Hello everybody, and welcome to our presentation on the TechNet Guru Competitions, which we run within TechNet. Let me start off with a little PowerPoint slide. Okay, so first of all, the goals of this competition were really to try and shine a spotlight on some of the talent within TechNetWiki and obviously some of the leaders of the TechNet community. We really want to try and highlight the quality of work that is contributed by so many people to TechNetWiki, and it really is incredible some of the stuff we get in, it really is. Our aim here is to obviously try to promote these people. They put in so much of their own time and effort into TechNetWiki that we really applaud that and would really like to sing their praises as much as possible. The reason we started the competition was really to try to draw more people into TechNetWiki. TechNetWiki is for everyone to use. Now, initially, it was mostly used by Microsoft, but it is a wiki, and it's there for anyone to use and anyone to tailor however they like. Now, also the competition helps us to build the community around TechNetWiki. We promote this over the forums, we have Twitter feed, and we have various blogs which we try to promote the community as a whole. The stuff that comes into TechNetWiki is just the tip of the iceberg, really, and it really has brought a lot of people to our attention. A lot of those people have worked their way through the community and are now helping us on much higher levels, which I'll explain about later. Now, this has also helped Microsoft get closer to the people who are working with their technologies, and it's helped the people working on their technologies get closer to Microsoft, because we have a great number of the judges for the competition are, of course, Microsoft employees, MVPs, and they all love the content that comes in. We talk to them a lot about it, and we get a lot of feedback from them. So do keep engaging with us on that, and you'll find more and more interest growing around each of these areas. Just a brief view over the history then, which I'll explain about later as well, but TechNet Guru Competition started nearly 2 years ago by me back in 2012. Initially we only had 5 categories: Visual C, SharePoint, Transact, SQL, Visual Basic and Visual Phone, just to kind of test the water to see what kind of response we got from the community. These were quite popular categories at the time. And initially we only started with a handful of judges as well, mostly picked from within our own group, because we didn't realise how popular this competition would get. We did have a few challenges initially, as some councillors quite rightly thought that we were changing the direction of how TechNetWiki was going. But now we are 22 monthly competitions later. We've now got 18 categories, which I'll explain about next. And we've got over 70 judges, in fact, now. Each of those categories that we have has its own panel of judges, which monitor that category and vote back each month on that category. We have, in each category, we have 3 to 6 Microsoft employees. Now, these are actually people working on that technology, people who both know what they're talking about and have a lot to say about it, and indeed we get some very, very useful comments back from them. Thankfully, all the comments are well received, and it's a very nice community spirit that seems to have built around this. On top of that, we have the MVPs, usually 2 to 4 MVPs in each category, and on top of that we also have a couple of our own TechNet Community Council members. So you would have the Microsoft employees and the MVPs looking at the articles from a technical point of view. And then you have the TechNet Community Council members looking at it from a formatting, layout, general wiki point of view. So the categories we have at the moment, as you can see, are vast and many. And some months we have pretty busy categories, and other months we have some quite quiet categories. But it does tend to fluctuate, which is quite interesting. And some months, some categories are absolutely full of so much good stuff. It's a shame that we can't just give out more gold medals, so we might actually have to go back and look at that. And indeed, past articles, we might even go back and decide to feature some of the past articles a bit more, just because they didn't get gold medal. You know, they certainly deserve it. Right, so a very brief explanation here of how it works. I'll explain a bit more later, but at the start of each month, we close the previous month's competition with a closed sign, as I'll show you in a minute as well, and then all of those submissions from that month are imported into our Guru voting database. And now I'm going to explain a lot more about our database of everything in my next presentation, so I'd love you to all come along to that, which is pretty much straight after this at 10:15 GMT. And I'll explain a lot more about the database there, and you'll see how the voting system works a little bit there. Now, once we've loaded all those votes into the database, I have a little website which then generates the data out of that. But first of all, they have to go vote. Now, there's a little page, we have a Silverlight page where they go and vote, and basically I'll show you that in a minute as well, but that's where they organise the articles in their category into the order which they like best. At the same time as we tell the judges to go and vote, we'll post a new contributions page for the next month. And then that new competition is promoted over lots and lots of forums, which I'll show you again later as well. Now, the Silverlight voting tool allows the judges to order them in what order they want and add comments. Comments are one of the best features of this competition and have definitely by far received the best feedback. Everyone's vote lists are in order of their favourite article, and then we tally all those vote lists together, and that gives us the final order of what everyone thinks the winners should be. Quite often we might tinker with that if we get 2 or 3 articles in the medals, but they're all from the same person. Second and third articles by a person will get heavily weighted down to give other people a chance to get into the medals, so that we don't have one person getting gold, silver and bronze. Now, those winners and all the comments are crunched together in a huge amount of SQL to churn out an HTML page, and that's pretty much what you see each month from the results page. And then, of course, we take that results page and propagate that out again to various news sources, back through the forums again, into the blogs, etc. Winners of that competition are the 3 medal holders at the top. We do mention the other entrants as well, below that in the order which they were voted. But the 3 top winners are the medal winners: gold, silver and bronze. Now, usually the award for winning one of those medals is to be interviewed, and we have a long list of interviewees, which I'll explain about later. And in fact, that's shown more in the next presentation as well, when I'll show you the list of interviewees and how that's all imported into our system. Now, winning these medals, and indeed winning the top contributors medals and being interviewed, these are all things which contribute towards the Ninja Belt system, and I'll explain that in the next presentation as well. Let's jump to that. Now, here's a list of top 15 gurus. I've just run this today. So, at the top, Mr. X, far out in front. He's prolific. Lots of good stuff from him. Nonki and Derva as well, up there with Jalia, Sarah and Magnus, Steve and Naomi. Now, all of these people you see listed here are heroes as far as we're concerned. These are prolific posters. Oh, I'll move them down there actually. People who have well-deserved lots of medals. There are some fantastic articles here. I just encourage you to go back and rake through some of those articles. You'll find a huge long list. Now, excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold. How to win. What can you do to make your article especially good? Firstly, obviously get your article in by the deadline. Now, what I mean by that is even if it's not totally finished, if you want to get it in that month, still post it anyway. I get quite a few people asking this, and it's always best just to post your article by the deadline, even if you've got a couple more days' work to do, because truthfully, the judges have got two weeks to judge these articles, and quite often they will leave it till the last minute anyway, so you have probably got another 2 weeks to work on your article. It's always best just to get it in, because I'm sure you've got something even better for next month, right? So just get your article in and tinker it after the date. As long as it's on that list, as long as it was published before the deadline, then you're more than welcome to tinker it right up until we announce the winners, and obviously long after. Style and formatting, very important. It's all very well to copy and paste stuff in, but you'll often find that the editor carries across a lot of nasty formatting. We do have a problem with colours, which we can explain about later, but there's also a lot of problems with, for example, the break tag in Internet Explorer and things, so it's much nicer if you can go through and tidy up your article as much as possible. Use consistent format and layout. Yeah, this is really, we've seen articles come in where people do copy and paste stuff in from their own work, fair enough, you know, but again, it's all different font formats. So do take the time to tidy up your article. Do take the time to tidy up the titles, and as I say on the next line, make sure you've got an introduction, you've got a TOC, you know, a TOC right at the top, right? Table of contents is essential. That little tag there, open square brackets, TOC, close square brackets, should be at the top of every wiki article. If it's not in there, you're going to get marked down, especially for the competition, by the two council of judges. Nice clean section, clear sections, a see also, references at the bottom. All these things are things which will help you win the love of those two councillors who are voting on that panel. So make sure they're in. Another good tip, as I have seen quite successful, is if people who take comments from the judges interact with that and give some feedback, either explain further what they meant or say thank you and come back with another article next month showing that difference. Judges will love that. Okay, if you can engage back with the judges and show the changes, then that will certainly help you win further medals. Tags are essential. Okay, this wiki is built on tags, and we organise everything in tags, and we find stuff by tags, as I'll show you later. Wiki Ninjas is all based on tags. These awards are all covered with tags, so we can find stuff nice and easy. Okay, so make sure you have plenty of tags in there. That will also obviously draw in people from the search engine, so that's an essential anyway. And like I said before, respond to comments and questions. That the community spirit is the main thing here. Now, going from there, let me just take you over to a quick flick through some pages that we have. This is us. So this is an article I posted a while ago, May 2014, which was a final kind of like explanation of how it all worked. This is quite a while after we started, well, a year after we started the system, but this basically explains what's going on. So as explained, each month wiki page is posted, and previous wiki article is marked as closed. I'll show you that in a second. We also then post a new wiki page. At the same time, that new wiki page is posted to all the forums, and then we import all of the previous month's submissions into our database, and we email all the Guru judges to say go vote, and they go and do their voting over the next 2 weeks. So it usually takes about 2 weeks. We do often extend it. Even this month, for example, we have extended it, so the Guru results will probably be in tomorrow. That's often because of holidays and not enough judges in a particular category have voted. We like to have, you know, at least 3 or 4 judges in each category making votes. So we'll often hang off if somebody says that they're away at the moment and can they finish it off tomorrow? And we say, yeah, I'll delay it. Then about mid-month, as I say, usually about mid-month, that's when we close the judging phase. We calculate the winners, which, as explained before, means ordering all of the votes into the right order, and then concatenate all the feedback comments together and produce it onto the Wiki Ninja blog, which I'm sure you all know and love. So, yeah, as explained, the closing date is usually mid-month. We pester the judges running up to the closing date for the ones who haven't voted, just to try and get them in as well. And that is now helped by Derva. Actually, a lot of thanks to Derva for helping us pester the judges regularly now. Right, so as explained above, the contributions page is not something that we can control. It's not a form that we can get people to fill in. So we can't get their user ID specifically. This is what this is all about. Because of the flexible system, because it's just a page, people will post the link to their profile as we've asked them to do, and everyone's been fantastic at filling in the contributions page every month. And people help to keep that page tidy, which is also essential. It should be, as you see, as I'll show you in the format later, it should be wiki article and then profile link. And that's all I need in there, because I run an import tool on top of that, which pulls in that wiki page and extracts all the articles and all the authors and all the links in each category to store into the vote database. Unfortunately, the link to the profile page isn't the one which I need, which is usually the TechNet one, because in the TechNet link you get the user ID, and with that user ID I can start to store stuff on people by their unique ID. You don't get that on the MSDN profile page. So once I publish the results, that's when I have to go back onto the my results page and trawl my own results page, follow the article link on each results page, and that's where I can get the user ID from the wiki page where the wiki user published it. Fun games. Anyway, finally, we have the judge tool here. This is a little Silverlight application I wrote on top of everything else. It was how do we pull in the judges' votes? Became a bit of a complicated issue. After the first month of doing it manually, I thought, well, there's no way I'm going to do this long term, so we wrote a little Silverlight tool to do that. This is a tool exclusively for the judges. They click in, they select their name, they select their category, and they start posting comments. As shown here in this little image here, just see if this works. See a bit better there now. We have the author, we have the ranking here. So we have the author, we have the ranking, we have the title of the article. The judge who's using this Silverlight tool can then click to show below, and there's an HTML plugin there, a browser plugin into the Silverlight tool where it opens up, or they can click on a new tab. I usually just click on all these tabs and it opens it up in lots of handy little tabs there, and I can flick through them. I personally, if there's any judges watching this at a later stage, what I usually do is I order my tabs in the order that I want the winners here to be, and then I can copy the names off and order these things. You order them by either jumping them to the top, jumping them to the bottom, clicking them up one. You can actually drag them as well. These are all drag and drop lines as well. Now, judges are allowed to fail articles, okay guys? So if you're thinking of writing an article, number one, no plagiarism, right? If you copy and paste it from somewhere else, we have a guy who checks that and will be on your back on that, and will tell us straight away, and the article will be removed straight away. If there's any plagiarism on TechNWiki, that's removed, and you'll be taken out of the competition. If the content is plainly wrong, or if you're not following any specific guidelines which one of the Microsofties don't like, then again, they can fail you on that. Failing that kind of thing doesn't always mean that you'll be taken out of this group.
I do want to add that specifically what plagiarism is when you're taking somebody else's content that isn't yours, and so you can reuse your content that you wrote a year before on a blog or a white paper or something. So we do really double check to make sure that it's real plagiarism and not just you reusing your content.
Absolutely, good point, Ed. Good point. Yes, you can always copy your own content into the wiki. In fact, that's what a lot of people do when their blogs are coming down. They'll copy their content in, and we do know that. And people are, if you copy your content in from your own blog, even if you're just backing it up from your blog in here, that's you submitting it to the wiki. And for that month, you can submit that fantastic blog you did to this competition, and it will be judged by some of the best. If they don't like it, however, it can be marked as a failure, and they have a choice of either making public comments as shown here. Also, they can add private comments. Failing doesn't necessarily mean it will be removed from the competition, certainly not. It just means that it will be taken out of the awards section, so you won't get a gold, silver or bronze award if it's marked down by anybody. And that's fair enough. If it's particularly bad, then like I say, it can be removed, but that's quite rare. Let me just step back from this enlarged page. Okay, so yeah, all the judges use this tool. They order it in the order they want people to win and submit their submissions. They can come back at any time and change it. Comments is the most important thing that we love from judges, and it's the most important thing that the contributors who are entering the competition like from judges. So please do send us anything you have. I'm going to rush on because I noticed the time. Now, finally, off the back of all of that, we get the results tool. Okay, and out of the results tool, this is again generated by a web page. I take all of that data, I take all of those votes, and I concatenate all of the comments, and I order all of the medal winners. Again, you see here are the medal winners at the top. Here are all the other people who were in the competition in order that they would have been voted. So you've got comments, and you've got the order of things there too. Jumping through some other pages I'd like to show you. This is a lovely page which Naomi started very early, and thank you so much to her, and she's maintained this beautifully. This is a page of all our existing and past and present competitions at the top here, and the winners are here. Also, we've got Guru contributions by category here, and even gold, silver and bronze categories here, so broken up very nicely for us, and we're very lucky to have people look after this for us. This is a page we can probably automate at some point. Here is an example of last month's competition. We closed it off here. Next month's competition link here, and you'll see each of the categories here where people have submitted. It's all looking beautiful. We have the article there, and we have the author there. And as long as it's in that format, my importer can work. So always keep an eye out for that, guys. Keep it in that clean format, and then it makes my life a lot easier. This page, by the way, as shown here, here are all the forum announcement links. Let's just pull through to one of these quickly. This was last month's forum announcement. Lots of love going on back in February. And then, oh, we've jumped a few, have we? Hold on a second. Yep, so there, okay. And here's a results page for you. This is what we produce every month. This is, again, mostly auto-generated out of the various tools which I've written behind this. Gold medalists, comments for each section, and that page is again, although not listed here yet, will be spammed out to all the forums. Now, lots of people help to promote this, and lots of articles have been written around this. If you go searching for TechNet Guru over the wiki, you'll find loads of love for it there, and I'm so grateful to people like Mahesh here, who's produced a fantastic. He used to maintain this right up until last year, I believe. Right up. No, oh, okay, up to February 2014. Oh, no, yeah, February 2014. Yeah, he did some fantastic work on this right to January here. So thank you very much to people like Mahesh. Ed's done quite a nice article here as well. If you go digging around, you'll find some goodness there. And of course, if you want to join, then this month's competition is available right now. If you're watching this in March, of course. If you're not watching this in March, then please go and look for the latest competition, which was so easy to find. Just go for it, or search the forums. And of course, another way to find lots of good stuff is on the TechNet Wiki itself. You just have to search for the TechNet Guru tag. So let's go into Wiki Ninjas. I'll have a look down here. Where are the tags? Going to come in here now. Oh, let's TechNet Guru. Hopefully, you've got a nice long list there of lots of stuff to find about TechNet Guru. Ed, do you want to add anything?
Yep. My turn?
Yep, go for it.
Okay. Let me share something.
Remember, keep it coming, guys. You know, this is a surefire way to work your way up through this community, and we've got lots of different projects going on, lots of different areas that we'd love to meet you and get you involved in and draw you into the community. Ed, sorry.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so a little bit more history. Can you see everything okay, Pete? Peter, does everything look okay?
Oh,
Does
no.
my screen look okay?
Yeah. Okay. I can see
Can
you.
you see my screen okay?
I can see your screen. Okay.
Okay, good. So just taking another step back is this idea is we built this council out to show impact of the TechNetWiki to the community, to evangelize TechNetWiki, to get more people using it and leveraging it for all the goodness that it is. And so one of the focus areas that we had for quite a while was getting the people who are on the forums to be a little bit more involved in TechNetWiki. And because people write up these forum posts all the time, and they're really good, but they're not leveraged very well. Meaning that the only people they help are the people who are currently reading that thread. A lot of people will go and they'll search for it, but half the time that they land there, that's not really what they're looking for. My favorite experience was I was once searching for something on Power Pivots to try to troubleshoot a problem, and I ended up landing on a forum thread that had over 100 posts on it. And so I searched on the page and kind of finally found my symptoms, and it was about 3/4 of the way down the page when somebody randomly jumped on and asked a question that was exactly the problem that I was having. And then someone else randomly answered the question on a forum thread that had nothing to do with the topic of the actual forum thread. And so seeing those kind of things really shows the value of the wiki. You copy it, you paste it into a wiki article that you already wrote, and maybe write a little bit around it, some headers or something, and pretty quickly you have a quality wiki article that you can title the exact solution, because that's the other problem with forums, is they're titled by the question, not the solution. And so somebody's question will be, help. That's not good SEO in finding for other people to find that solution, right? They're not searching help in Google because that makes no sense. So you title your wiki article and you pull it out of the forum. So we had this goal in mind to plug into forums better for a while, and that kind of led us to this point here in this blog post. Here, in January, I wrote this blog post that kind of shows the history of TechNet Guru. And so it started with this blog post here where I was just, every once in a while, I'll just explode and randomly just write a blog post that asks a question. And so this one was, do you want to start a TechNetWiki contest around your technology? Specifically, we're looking for something to plug into the forums a little bit. And then we started discussing here, and then here XAML guy Peter jumps in, says, this is great. And then I think we chatted offline, and we came back, and then pretty soon it was born. And what's cool about this is you can actually see here. So he posted this on May 18th, 2013. And here is our his first post in the forums advertising this new contest that he developed and created in 2 days. And what's amazing is we started this contest with only 10 or so days for the month for that month. And here it is, that contest, May 2013, and we have quite a nice showing. Now, when we started in May, both Peter and I were passionate about the developer audience on TechNetWiki, to show that TechNetWiki isn't just about IT pros, it is also about developer content. So we targeted a lot of these very well-traveled developer forums on MSDN to try to get more developer content, and we got some amazing content, and it's just continued from there. And so here you go, you see that we've just got these 5 categories when we started in May 2013, fast forward a year to May 2014, look at all our categories then. So we just kept adding in categories, small basics, SQL BI, a couple SQLs, T-SQL, we just kept adding in all the major technologies at Azure. And so we also did some fun ones like Wiki and portals, where you write articles about TechNetWiki or portals that list the different TechNetWiki articles. So in that way, it's also about TechNetWiki because it helps you find articles on TechNetWiki. And then even on miscellaneous category, and that fast forward to this month, and we've added even a few more categories in the last year, including PowerShell most recently, just a couple months old. And so, so we're always looking to improve this contest, and that's basically the way it started. The other thing that I don't really have anything to show on, but I do want to talk to, is that this has exceeded my and everybody's wildest expectations. Meaning that it started off as this idea of, hey, let's make sure everybody in the forums know that the wiki exists and contribute, and especially in the developer forums. And it did that, so much so that we are constantly needing to recruit more and more judges just to keep up with the demand. And it's grown to all the different categories and all the forums. And so as a result, it's grown much bigger than the original intention. So not only is it just helping with the forums and the wiki synergizing together, but it's also helped us get a lot more developer content on the wiki. Which has led to synergizing with the gallery, because people are putting their code on the gallery and then writing wiki articles about the code and then link to the gallery item. And so that synergy is happening a lot more when it wasn't happening before. And then also what's starting to happen is people are getting jobs, and people are getting chosen to be Microsoft MVPs over and fill out these forms to be chosen as MVPs. They're starting to point to their award-winning articles, and those articles are getting SEO. So this contest is affecting a lot. It's helping people get jobs. It's helping people build their reputation and their SEO around their name in order to show off their technical skills and to improve their technical skills. Because the truth is, as you write these articles, you get a lot better because you have to dig deep to write great technical articles. And so, so I just want to say thank you to Peter and to everybody who has contributed as judges and encouragers and supporting Peter in this. So we've got Derval, who has set up this summit. He supported Peter a ton in helping make sure that this tool runs smoothly and we add judges and everything. So thank you to everybody behind the scenes that has made this contest do well. And thank you to everybody who's contributed all these award-winning articles. I mean, without you, there would be nothing. And it's humbling. It's humbling for, we're not, I didn't see many stats, but if we did go on the stats, I did stats a while ago, we'd see hundreds of articles that came out through this contest. So yeah,
we're going to follow this up with the stats, and I'd just like to chime in there and say, yeah, just keep it coming. I mean, there's so much motivation behind this, and there's so much feedback from the judges, which isn't commented here, that we really know this company, and we're certainly going to be doing more things with this in the future. So we've run out of time today, but thank you very much for joining us today, and hopefully see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.